Scandal: The night of the disappearance. Jessica Lynn Heeringa was a 25-year-old mother of a young son. She worked the late-night shift at an ExxonMobil gas station located at 1196 East Sternberg Road in Norton Shores, Michigan. This was a small, quiet gas station with no surveillance cameras, a crucial detail that would hinder the investigation later. Jessica was scheduled to close the store at 11:30 p.m., but just before that, around 11 p.m., something went terribly wrong. Underscore 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 underscore. Stop sign: the crime scene. At around 11:15 p.m., a regular customer pulled into the gas station. They noticed something strange. The store was open, but no clerk was in sight. Jessica's purse and jacket were still inside behind the counter, suggesting she hadn't planned to leave. Her vehicle was still parked there as well. The customer, confused and growing concerned, called the police to report that the clerk was missing. When Norton Shores police arrived, they made a disturbing discovery. There were drops of blood found near the back of the building, along with, apart from a .22 caliber handgun, specifically a laser sight accessory, which investigators later matched to a suspect. Other personal items were untouched, ruling out the possibility that Jessica had walked away voluntarily or gone on break. Importantly, since the gas station had no surveillance cameras, investigators had to rely on witness statements and forensic evidence. Underscore 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 underscore. Eyewitness reports. Several witnesses came forward with troubling accounts. One woman said she saw a man behaving strangely near Jessica's gas station shortly before the disappearance. Others reported seeing a silver or gray minivan, possibly a Chrysler Town & Country, leaving the area at high speed around the time Jessica vanished. Underscore 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 underscore. Magnifying glass tilted left. Why it was so suspicious. Jessica was known to be dedicated to her job and would never leave her son without warning. The evidence pointed clearly toward an abduction. No sign of robbery, and no indication that she planned to leave. Blood evidence and the missing clerk strongly implied violence and a struggle. The specific location of blood near the back exit indicated she was likely forced out of the store through that path. Despite the immediate efforts of police and volunteers, Jessica Heeringa was never seen again after that night. Magnifying glass tilted right. Massive multi-agency response. After Jessica Heeringa disappeared on April 26, 2013, the Norton Shores Police Department immediately launched an investigation. Due to the alarming nature of the case, a young woman abducted during her night shift at a gas station, the investigation quickly expanded far beyond the local police. Over time, more than 75 investigators from a range of law enforcement agencies became involved, including Michigan State Police, FBI, U.S. Marshals, local and county law enforcement teams, dive teams, and K-9 units. The task force was determined, and the case was treated as a priority-level abduction with potential serial implications. Underscore 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 underscore. Puzzle piece leads and challenges. Despite the intensive effort, The case faced major challenges from the start. The gas station lacked security cameras, which deprived investigators of direct video evidence. Jessica's phone and purse were still at the scene, offering no digital trail, e.g., pings, calls, texts. The witness accounts were inconsistent, with various descriptions of a suspicious silver or gray minivan but no license plate or confirmed identity. As part of their efforts, investigators sifted through more than 1,400 tips from the public, media, and community sources. Executed dozens of search warrants, including on vehicles, homes, wooded areas, and electronic devices. Conducted grid searches on foot and horseback, in forests and fields near the gas station and beyond. Utilized dive teams to check lakes, rivers, and drainage systems, suspecting that the body or evidence might have been dumped. Reviewed thousands of employee and criminal records, looking for individuals who may have stalked or targeted Jessica. Despite these efforts, there were no arrests and no major breakthroughs for years. Underscore 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 underscore. Test tube forensic analysis. Some early evidence included drops of Jessica's blood found at the back of the gas station, a piece of a .22 caliber laser sight, believed to be from the abductor's weapon. Witness sketches based on descriptions of a man and a van seen at the station around the time of the abduction. Investigators were able to analyze DNA and fingerprints, but no immediate matches were found in the national databases. Underscore 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 underscore. Detective, public engagement, and national attention. The case drew national media attention, appearing on Dateline NBC, Disappeared, and America's Most Wanted. Police and Jessica's family regularly held press conferences and community searches, keeping the case in the public eye. Billboards, flyers, reward offers, up to $15,000, and social media campaigns helped maintain interest. Despite the attention, Jessica's remains were never located, and no viable suspect emerged until 3 years later. Underscore 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 underscore. Warning, summary of challenges. No video evidence due to lack of cameras. No body ever found, complicating murder charges. And no initial suspect or physical match to evidence. A long time gap before a break in the case. It wasn't until 2016, after a separate abduction attempt, that a major break would finally come, leading investigators to Jeffrey Willis, a man with a dark pattern of crimes. High Voltage: The Game Changer. April 16, 2016. Nearly 3 years after Jessica Heeringa disappeared, the case remained unsolved. No arrests, no remains, and no solid suspects. Then, something horrifying and critical happened. On the evening of April 16, 2016, a 16-year-old girl named Madison Nygaard was walking home from a party in Muskegon Township, Michigan, when a silver Chrysler Town and Country minivan pulled up beside her. Underscore 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 underscore. Police car light the attempted abduction. The man in the van, later identified as Jeffrey Willis, offered Madison a ride. She initially declined, but he was persistent. Eventually, Feeling unsafe and unsure, Madison accepted the offer, likely due to fear or manipulation. Once inside the van, she quickly realized something was wrong. The doors locked automatically, and she couldn't unlock them. The man started driving away from her intended direction, deeper into an isolated area. He began asking disturbing questions and made sexual advances. Then it got worse. He pulled over into a remote driveway. Reaching behind him, he grabbed a handcuff, a syringe, and a gun. Madison knew she had only seconds to act. In a desperate move, she threw open the door and ran, managing to escape and flag down a passing motorist who helped her call 911. Underscore 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 police response and identification. Officers from Muskegon County responded immediately. Madison gave a clear description of the man and the van. She was taken to the hospital for a medical evaluation and a forensic exam. Within 24 hours, police tracked down a suspect, Jeffrey Willis, a 46-year-old former janitor at a local school district. She was able to positively identify him in a police lineup. When police searched Willis's silver Chrysler minivan, they found rope, handcuffs, syringes, and insulin used to sedate. A .22 caliber handgun with a laser sight, matching the type of weapon accessory found at Jessica Heeringa's scene in 2013. Multiple flash drives with graphic videos and one labeled VIX, which contained folders named after multiple women, including Jessica Heeringa. Underscore 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 underscore. Brain linking to Jessica Heeringa's case. After Madison's escape, investigators immediately connected the dots. Witnesses in 2013 had described a silver minivan seen speeding away from the Exxon gas station around the time Jessica vanished. Jessica's scene had contained a .22 caliber laser sight, just like the one found in Willis's van. Jeffrey Willis lived and worked in the same area where Jessica disappeared. The VIX folder on his drives contained not only disturbing content, but references to Jessica and other victims. This was the breakthrough law enforcement had been waiting for. Underscore 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 underscore. Puzzle piece broader implications. Further investigation connected Willis to other crimes, including the 2014 murder of Rebecca Blech, a local woman shot while jogging. The gun used in her murder was also recovered from Willis's secret compartment in his van. Madison's escape likely saved her life and simultaneously exposed a serial predator who had evaded capture for years. Underscore 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 underscore. Locked final outcome of the breakthrough. Jeffrey Willis was arrested shortly after Madison's escape. Police used evidence from his van and home to reopen Jessica Heeringa's case. Madison's bravery unraveled the mystery that had haunted Muskegon for over 3 years. After Madison Nygaard's escape and her identification of Jeffrey Willis, investigators obtained search warrants for both his silver Chrysler Town and Country minivan and his residence. What they uncovered was shocking, chilling, and damning. underscore 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 underscore. Minibus inside the van. Willis's minivan, the same kind described by witnesses at Jessica Heeringa's gas station in 2013, was full of suspicious and incriminating items, many concealed in a secret compartment built into the vehicle. Among the findings, a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol with a laser sight. This matched the part of a laser sight left behind at the scene of Jessica's abduction. Ballistic testing also later matched the gun to the 2014 murder of Rebecca Blech. A rope, handcuffs, and zip ties, classic restraints, suggesting the van was prepped for kidnapping or imprisonment. Syringes filled with insulin, a particularly disturbing find. Insulin in high doses can sedate or even kill someone by drastically lowering blood sugar. This implies a calculated attempt to render victims unconscious without killing them immediately. A mask and gloves, tools to hide identity and avoid leaving DNA or fingerprints. A shovel and bleach, strong indicators of intent to dispose of bodies or clean up forensic evidence. Underscore 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 underscore. House inside Willis's home. The search of his home proved just as horrifying, if not more so. Police seized multiple laptops, USB drives, and hard drives. One particular flash drive labeled VIX, short for victims, was critical. Inside the VIX folder, investigators found separate folders for individual women, including one labeled Jessica, referencing Jessica Heeringa. Another labeled Rebecca, referencing Rebecca Blech, the woman murdered in 2014. These folders contained photos of the women, including some downloaded from social media. Notes and personal details about them. Disturbing videos involving violence, abduction roleplay, and torture, some appearing homemade. Additional files on his computers contained hundreds of violent pornography videos, many simulating abductions and rape, suggesting Willis's fantasies had a direct influence on his real-life actions. Underscore 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 underscore. Paperclip key forensic links to Jessica's case. The laser sight found at the Exxon station in 2013 was physically matched to the gun found in Willis's van. Witnesses from Jessica's disappearance described a man matching Willis's description driving a silver minivan, which now had trace evidence linking it to his other crimes. The folder named Jessica in the VIX drive proved premeditation. Willis had specifically tracked her. Underscore 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 underscore. Brain the profile that emerged. What these searches revealed was not a random act of violence, but a pattern. Willis was targeting women he perceived as vulnerable. He was planning kidnappings in advance, equipped with tools to restrain, sedate, and possibly kill. He digitally documented his obsessions, keeping a record of victims. His behavior was calculated and methodical, not impulsive. Underscore 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 Underscore, 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 underscore. Balance scale, the impact of the evidence. This overwhelming amount of physical and digital evidence directly linked Jeffrey Willis to both Jessica Heeringa's abduction and Rebecca Bletch's murder. Even without Jessica's body, prosecutors had enough evidence to charge him with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and use of a firearm, secure a conviction and life sentence in her case. In May 2018, Jeffrey Willis stood trial for the kidnapping and murder of Jessica Heeringa, despite her body never being found. Prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence: the gun matching the laser sight left at the scene, the disturbing Vicks folder with Jessica's name, and the van described by witnesses. The defense claimed there was no body and no eyewitness, but the digital and forensic links were undeniable. After a short deliberation, the jury found Willis guilty of first-degree murder and kidnapping. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, adding to a previous life sentence for the 2014 murder of Rebecca Bletch. Jessica's family finally received justice, though her remains were never recovered.